We're going to show you how our software works. But before we actually show you how our software works, I want to do a disclaimer here, letting you know that it works with any type of business out there. It'll work with car lots, it will work with attorneys, it'll work with dentists, restaurants, hotels, tanning salons. It goes on and on. It doesn't matter what your business is, but we chose car lots as an example because we have a client using it and we could show you how it works. And actually, when you pull up the map on Google, if I search for used cars in Murfreesboro, Murfreesboro is a little town south of, actually a pretty big town south of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually have them ranked number 1. The ad above it, as you can see, says the word ad here. We have them number 1 here. But let me show you the map for a second. You can see there are lots of car dealerships in the area. And all these car dealerships are all fighting for that same customer. And a review for a car dealership is huge because people don't want to buy lemons. They want to know about warranty. They want to make sure that they have happy customers. So let's show you what our software actually does. When you set up our software, you can see that it actually pulls your highest competitors' ratings. So you can see where you rank next to a lot of the other dealers in town. On the right, what we have an active reputation tracker. What that means is we basically pull the Google ranking of these sites, how important they are, and then we actually pull your ranking to show you what you're ranked at. You might look down and see a new review site here that's not set up. Well, what our system also does is it spies on your competition. And so if your competition is out there and has reviews on sites that you're not on, you can actually go set up these sites as well, so you could be competitive with your competition. You certainly don't want your competition to be on sites that you're not. And we can show you, we actually pull these, we scrape them and pull these for you so you can go set them up. The other interesting thing is this, is the way this system works, you can send reviews to wherever you want. For example, there's a manual mode and an automatic mode. This business right now wants all their reviews just to go to Google. So we have Google turned on, and every time they get a good review, it's going to send it right to Google for them. Okay? But as you can see, they already have a great reputation on cars.com. They have a great reputation all across the board. Yelp needs to come up some, which 1 or 2 reviews could literally pull that into the 4s with no problem. So if they wanted the next couple reviews just to go to Yelp, they could turn off Google and just turn on Yelp. Next 2 or 3 great reviews, the system would automatically send to Yelp for them. If they turn it on automatic, what the system does is it looks at all the sites, how they rank on Google, and would send reviews to anything below a 4 rating. So in this case, if we turn it on automatic, we would start sending it to Yelp to get that up to 4, and then turn around and start to go back to the other sites. A lot of people do manual and know what sites they want to put it on, but that's the power of the system. We make it very cool. You can upload your logo here, and I'm going to show you why. We have what we call a kiosk mode, like this, and you can choose. I'll show you in the settings how to set this up. But when people come into your business, you can actually have it on a phone or an iPad where you can actually get people to put in their customer data so you can send them a review. It's a very clean look. It's very easy. 2 fields to fill out. Sometimes restaurants give people a free appetizer if they fill it out, or a car lot might say get a free oil change if you fill this out. But we have it in a lot of businesses literally load up an iPad, have it right at their counter, or have servers with it on a phone or iPad that can walk around and just hand it to people where they can fill it in. And so we can automatically send them a review on your behalf. Well, now let's get into the settings of how this whole thing works and the customization. Okay? You can literally set up to text out a review or email a review. That's up to you how you want to do that. One of the biggest things that we offer and our competitors don't is an auto delay asking for a review. We notice that you can get a 30 to 40% higher conversion rate if you add a delay. Let me tell you why. In this case, an example of a used car lot, someone buys a car and they drive away. Well, probably for the first hour or 2, they're sitting playing with the buttons, they're driving the car, they're enjoying the car, looking at all the features that the car has. If you send them a review within seconds of them pulling out of the lot, they might look at it and say, oh yeah, I'll do that later, and forget about it because they're just having fun driving the car. Now, if we did a delay, for example, of up to 4 hours later, by that point, they may be home, they might love the car, they have nothing but positive thoughts about the new purchase they just did, and when it comes over, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to give those guys a great review, they treated me right. And we have noticed by adding a delay in our system, where many of them don't, you get way more reviews than sending a review right away. I mean, think about it. If you have a contractor at the house and literally the door shuts and they're not even off your sidewalk and you get a review sent to you, you might not be ready to fill that out. You might want to make sure the air conditioner works for 2 or 3 hours before you decide to do a review, or a customer decides to do a review. And so this delay makes a huge difference in getting way more reviews than not getting reviews. We also have, you can auto respond to bad ratings, and I'm going to get into that in a moment. Branding, again, you can actually choose the colors too. So for example, if I wanted it to be blue or red, whatever your colors are of your business, you can actually set up. So that's very easy to do on the system itself there. If you actually know the font color, because sometimes you will use a graphics design shop that they'll give you the actual colors of yours, you can literally match it to a T for the kiosk. Now the form settings, internal feedback. Okay, so if a customer does not give you a good review, if they give you a 1, 2, or 3, what we do is we actually internalize bad reviews, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. So the review doesn't go out and get put on Google or Yelp or Facebook. It literally comes to you first so you can handle the review and try to turn a bad review into a good review. That doesn't mean they can't circumvent the system and go right to Google. Sure, they can do that. But a lot of times once people write a review and feel like it went to the right place, they're not going to take time to do it again. And we've noticed that from all of our customers. So we actually internalize bad reviews so you can get to the bad review and answer them and make it better so you could turn a bad review into a good review. And you could write whatever you want in here. And let me go down here to rating request email. So when you send out a review, they're going to get a box again that looks like this. And again, this could have all your colors. And it's going to say bad, blah, okay, good, best. Okay, and they're just going to click a button. You could also write an email body. You could write something really nice here in here that will go out with the message, you know, we just wanted to thank you. Oh, notice I have my caps on here. We just noticed you were a customer. We would love to know how we did. Please take a few seconds to give us a review. Now you can write whatever you want there. This is just for an example. Then you can save it. A good review response, you could leave a message if someone gives you a good review. A bad review response you definitely want to have. So you can talk to them and tell them that you're concerned and you want to make it right. We also allow 7-day follow-up. How would you rate your last experience? And loyalty as well. If you want to give people bonuses, if it's their third visit that you went to the house, if you want to send them an offer, our system also has that, which is great. And then we go into the text settings as well, where you can connect with text messages. Now, I want to show you the integration form real quick. You can integrate with Zapier. So if you have any point of sale software, QuickBooks, a lot of autoresponders, WordPress, however you get your customers, we can literally, Zapier works with over 1,500 different applications that we can use. They give you a key, and that key we put in the system. So let's say you went to a customer and they had QuickBooks and you sent them over an invoice. That invoice would be sent to Zapier, and the contact information, that's all we get is the contact information, no financial information, nothing like that, comes over to your system, and then your system automatically will send out the review depending how you have it set up. If you have it set up for instantly, they'll instantly get a review. If you have a 4-hour delay, they'll get it 4 hours later. But what's nice about that is this works on autopilot. You never need to log in the system. You never need to have to reset anything up. It automatically goes out for you. So you're good at being good at your business, and you're letting the system handle the reviews for you 100% on autopilot. That's very, very exciting. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what happens when we send out a review. Okay, I'm going to do Joe Doe. I'm going to send a review. So you can actually enter customers in the system like this as well. I add a new customer. Now let's go see what they got in their email. Let's look at what the email looks like to the customers. They click on it, and again, this form would be all in the colors that you chose. And they could choose 1 is the worst and 5 is the best. So let's say they click best here. What happens is it automatically takes them right to Google. So it doesn't go to some other goofy website. If you have it set up to go to Google, it's going to go right to Google. They can click 5 stars, add their comments, upload pictures, and click on post. We send it directly right to whatever review site that you want. Okay? Now, let's show you what happens if they put in a bad review. All right, if someone were to put a bad review in, they click on 2. Notice it does not take them to Google. What happens is it says, let us know what we could do better. They can write an entire review and hit submit. Now what we do with this is we internalize this. This is very important. So this isn't going out to Google, giving you that bad rating, dropping your score. This is now getting in your hands right away so you can get a hold of this customer, make it right, and try to turn a bad review into a great review. Our customers are extremely happy with this function to internalize bad reviews before they get posted forever on Google, Yelp, and Facebook that you can't get off. And that's one of the most powerful reasons to use our software is this internalization of getting bad reviews and keeping them in-house. So as you can see, this is very powerful software to get you reviews, get you keyword-rich search engine optimization. And in the next video, we're actually going to show you real customers that are using this software and the proof of what's happening to them.